Okay, hello there guys. Welcome back to another LibGDX video tutorial. In the last video, we managed to create a class for the buttons so that we could define any number of buttons, and we create, we rearrange the button locations. Wow, collision detection is having a problem. Anyway, we'll fix that later, but for now let's try to improve things a little bit. So before I start that, I got a request that the font is being a little bit too small. So after checking things, I found that you could go to file and then settings, and from that you go to editor, color and fonts, you select font, and I will choose 16, or maybe make it 20, a little bit big font. Okay, so that things will be easier for everyone, I hope. Yep. Okay, apply. Okay, so the font now is a little bit big, so hopefully in YouTube things will be much better. Okay, so to remember what we did last time, we have a title screen. We made the buttons for controlling the game hide, and the start button, which is this one, visible, right? And the button is available in input management, right? So let's see, where is the location? It needs to be moved a little bit down. I'm not used very well to this big font, but I suppose I'll get used to it in a while. So we have left, right, and yeah, it is the start game button. So virtual width divide by 2 minus. Okay, let me change this and make it 50. Let me remember how things go here. I think it will be higher. Maybe I need to reduce, increase this. Oh yeah, so sorry about that. So here this is gonna be virtual, G01 game dot virtual height divided by 2, and add 100 to that. Okay, so below the center by 100 pixels, and the virtual display, which will be, scaled back to, yeah. So this is very good. That makes sense to you guys. And here I'm subtracting 200. Okay, so I'll make it like that, right? So I'll this will be the center of the screen, and also I'll just say start game button dot text, right? Dot text, yeah, the text property will be start. There you go, semicolon, and let's run this. Okay, so as you can see, the font is a little bit too big for this button, right? So instead of start, I will change this to go, so that it takes a smaller area. Okay, let's go here. However, there is another problem now, is that it's I need to shift the text, but yeah. So let's try to address these one at a time, right? We might need to add some symbols, but anyway. So actually, instead of this, what am I gonna do is something different. I'll place the button, and in front of each button we will have what we call the a text representing what is happening. when that button is being clicked. So there's going to be -50. This is the location of the button, right? Go on. Okay, so this is the button. Maybe I'll make it -100 or maybe 150, something like that. Let's see. Okay, so I'll make this button here, and in front of it I'll display a message. So let's go to the game file, and let's have a look at the rendering here. So we are rendering the title here, and I don't like Space Force or whatever. You know what, just leave it the way it is. We are rendering the buttons here. Next, render some text for start game button. Okay, so now we have game font dot draw. I pass the badge here. Now I want to specify the X of the string. Sorry, this need to be start game. Start game. There you go. And then I pass what I need to. Sorry. The first parameter is batch, right? I pass the string, and now I need to specify the X location. So I could use the button itself, right? So there's going to be user input dot buttons dot element sorry. Okay. Buttons dot get element. This is the fourth button, so it has the index number 3, if that makes sense to you guys. And I need to get its X location, right? Well, I didn't make myself able to access that, so I'll just enter absolute numbers because usually we don't change that. This is gonna be virtual width divide by 2, and I placed it at the location -150 from the center, so this is gonna be -100 only, and the Y is gonna be virtual height divided by 2 plus 100 and semicolon. So let's have a look at the game now. Okay, so I think I need to flip this one. Okay. Let me see. Okay, this is wonderful, right? So let's also, instead of -100, -120, so that it will be kind of the middle of the line there. Oh, not 20, maybe make it 10. 110. Yeah, 110 will be perfect for our case, I suppose. So yes, so now we have this button, start game. Interesting. Now for the Space Force itself, what are we gonna do? Actually, thinking about it, I don't like the, you know, multiple shades that we have here, so I will just, you know, draw the text normally without any tricks for now. Yeah, so we have this one -180. Let's go and see this. Okay. You know what? I will add two numbers to it. Or maybe how many digits? 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5 5. Space Force. What's this number? 777,777. Okay. And the reason I made it this number of digits that, you know, the string will be long enough to, you know, I think if I cut one letter, the text underneath it will be, you know, aligned well, if that makes sense. Yeah, it looks a little bit better than before. Okay, so we have this one. If I click here, the game starts, and so far so good. So this is the first thing that we created, no problem there. Now, before I continue adding other screens, let's improve things a little bit, because the things we have right now is kind of bad looking, kind of. So we could improve them quickly. So let me go to dtemp, and in temp, let me go to what, it's this one, Android, and we have assets. There you go. We have our friend here. So let's run GIMP here. I'm still suffering from GIMP. Oh, don't know why it takes forever to load. This is so weird. Maybe I should, you know, see what's happening with Task Manager. That makes sense. And as soon as I do that, it opens. Okay, that's good. Anyway, so let's have a look at the font itself. And now view, I will show the grid to myself, and maybe increase, you know, the size here. Okay, so let's have tools now, and from tools, what are the other parts? Let me see the toolbox. There you go. For some reason the toolbox disappeared, but whatever, that's fine. So now what could we do here? I wonder if we could, you know, I kind of wish I didn't change this here. Maybe I could select a different font that is more readable, or I could improve on this one a little bit to make it, you know, less shiny here. So color, image, color, colorize, there you go. And what could we do? We could increase the saturation to the maximum value and change this to be well, red seems to be better. This one's gonna be white. Blue's bad. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I'm going with red here, right? So not this. Okay, so I think it's about the lightness here. So let me change this again. Now we are going to blue. Maybe going to with this blue is better. Maybe this one. I know what, I'll go with red here. Okay, and then file, overwrite. Next, let's go to the game and let's run this and see what's going on. Okay, so I suppose much better in terms of quality of the font. Now another thing that I hate in this, you know, It's the button itself. The buttons are horrible actually. So let's close this and discard the changes. Um, okay, so click here and increase the size. There you go. Now let's have a look at this button. So image, configure a grid 1 2 3 4 5 6 16 and edit and the view, sorry, view, and we show the grid. So it's 3 by 3, so 16 multiplied by 3 by another 16 multiplied by 3. So the trick I used to do is this one. So I'm gonna change things. I'll change the button again, created from Microsoft Word, insert here, and let's have a look there. Is there a button here? Is there a button here? Okay, so let me try. Okay, so we have this one, shape effect presets. Let's have a look at this. Maybe yeah. So let's have another color. We'll change the shape filling to this one, and the outline to this one, and now the effect something like that. Okay, maybe it will be better if we change that to a rounded box. There you go. So let's go, there should be a tool for formatting, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, format painter. We paste it here. That's it. This is what we need. So I'm gonna copy this and I will go to GIMP, file, and create from clipboard. There you go. Now this is what I need. I need to zoom in. Okay, maybe zoom in a little bit more, and next and just make a selection. Now make sure to, okay, just make it match this exactly. Okay, there you go. And now I will say edit and copy, and then file, create again from clipboard. So this is exactly matching the button, and now I need to reduce this. Now the size I needed is what? Calculate that 16 pixels by 3 boxes, so 48. So we say image, scale image to 48 by 48. There you go. Next, we are gonna copy this. We copy, Control C, and I switch to this, the game. There you go. Now I will say, where is that? I should be able to see the couple windows, the layers. There you go. So let me add a new layer here. Okay, there you go. And now I will paste things here. So I'll paste it. So paste. This is the layer. I'm gonna place it exactly at this point. Right? Yes. Now let me. Okay. So let's go to the second one. Let me hide this for a second. Let me remove this one in the background because it's annoying, and we removed it. Now let me put this one instead. Now for this layer above, I will set some transparency so that the buttons, you know, are kind of see-through. And now we could go File, Overwrite. Okay, so now let us go and run the game again. I know I'm not doing programming exactly, but you know, it's all part of the game. If you are working as a team with someone who's responsible for graphics, that would be great. Okay, so now if you look carefully on the buttons, they are, I think, much better, and also they're kind of transparent, so you could, you know, look beyond them, if that makes sense, right? Which is way much better than before. Okay, go. Okay, so it is working. So we finished these guys. Now, for the buttons themselves, I don't like the idea of I want to have some feedback when I click on a button. I want its color to change a little bit. So this is what are we gonna do. Let's go back to input management, and where's the part where we draw them, right? So render buttons. Okay, so if the button is visible, right? So here we will add another condition. So if buttons dot get of I dot value, okay, maybe I should have said that clicked, not value, but anyway, at that point I will use, you know, the coloring technique. Okay, so I will say the bash dot set color, you know, I will need to say this is a float, right? So it will be between 0 and 1. So I'll make it 1 followed by 0.8f, 0.8f, and 0.8f, 0.8 and 0.8f, right, followed by 0.8f for floats, right? Oh, this is gonna be 1, never mind. Okay, and after that we would just say sb.setColor 1 1 1 1 semicolon. Else, now if the button is not being pressed, so you know, just render everything normally. So let's have a look now. Now, okay, so I click this one, you can see there's, you know, some feedback there. Okay, that is wonderful. So now when we are pressing the buttons, we can see that, you know, these buttons are being clicked. Okay, and yeah, very simple technique, and you get very good results. Now maybe we could improve this even further and make it, you know, a little bit sharper. So let's have a look. Okay, let's see. Okay, so now you can see the red when we click here. Yeah. Okay, now so we finished these guys. Yeah. Okay, so now one of the things that I am suffering from is that when I am asking LibGDX to draw things, you know, it doesn't know how to center things. So I need to know the width. So let me go here and say LibGDX text width, how to, okay, how to get string width in LibGDX, something like that. Okay, LibGDX and bitmap fonts. Let me see. Okay, so now all about the speed of the internet, which sucks in my case. LibGDX, blah blah blah. Yeah. So what I'm interested in, define sprite batch. Okay. So here we have what? Okay. Text width and height. Font get bounds for the text. So I need to call get bounds. Okay, so let me see. In that case, let me go here. Before I do this, I will say game. Sorry. This guy dot get bounds. Get region. What? Now the get region texture page. Yeah, for some reason there is no such thing as get bounds. Maybe that documentation was for an old version of the library. Get cache. Okay, so let's have a look. This is very weird. Okay, I'm not sure how to do it. Okay, let me go to the definition and check the internet for that, maybe. You know what? I will research this later on. I don't want to waste too much time here. So now what we have done so far, something simple. We improved the color of the font, we improved the buttons, add some feedback to the buttons, and I placed some, text, next to the start button, so we know it is the button that starts the game. Okay, and things seems to be much better now. Now what we need to do is also add a credits button. Okay, so in order to do that, let's go to input management and let's have a look. So what do we have? Let us go to these guys, move left and right, fire. I have button. Okay, so let's go to this guy here. This is the start game button. So here this is gonna be button. This is gonna be credit. Credit. Okay, equals a new button. Okay, certainly I'm writing this wrong. Oh, not this one. So here what do we have? We will use the same x value, okay, but the y will be, instead of plus 100, there's gonna be a plus 150, if that makes sense to you. Okay, and then we will add this one, credit. Sorry. Okay, so now we have two buttons instead of one in the main title, but what we need to do also is to make sure that we are setting these to true. So let me see, button 4, okay, hide start game button, so that you know what this is about. Okay, the indices are 0 1 2, 0 for moving left, the 1 for moving right. This is for fire, and this is for starting the game. This is for, you know, showing the credits. Okay, hide the credits. Okay, and yeah, very straightforward. Let me see, where is that? Okay, I just need to initialize or make sure. Okay, this one. Yeah, this one's getting executed every second. Maybe I could call it once and that's it. But you know what? I'll leave it here. I am lazy. And also it doesn't take much CPU power because we are just changing a Boolean variable. So that should be it. Let me run this. So we should have now 2 buttons. That is wonderful. And also, where's the part where we're displaying the message? Yeah. Okay. Render showing credits. Okay. There you go. So here, credits. Okay, there you go. And here what we have, this one's below by 50, so add 50 to that, you get 160. So let's run this again and have a look. Okay, so we have credits. Wonderful. Now, so when we click on credits, what need to happen is, you know, we get a list of names for people who contributed, you know, for example, if you remember from previous video, the font we are using, its license requires that you credit the person who created it. So we need to add his information there. Maybe if you are working in a team, you want to thank programmers who worked with you, or artists, or for example the backers of the game, etc. So let's have a look and see how we could make a credit rendering page. Now the same technique, we are going to create a separate function for rendering the credit, and yeah, it will be as simple as that. So let's have a look. So where is that? Okay, so we have title screen, and I'm going to copy this, and I will call this Control V. So instead of title screen again, this is going to be credit screen. There you go. I won't change anything for now, but I'll just say else if screen equals to, in that case we have credit screen. Okay, very simple technique. Now let's go back to the title screen and check things here. Okay, so here what do we have? We have else if user input dot buttons dot get the button number 4 dot value. So if it is being clicked or touched, we would say screen equals to, and next what we need to do is make sure that all the buttons get hidden. Okay, and that means the buttons from 0 to 4. Okay, we will add a back button later on. So let's go back and you know, just copy these guys here very simply. put them here. No true. There's false in here. This is gonna be false, and this is gonna be false as well. So all are false. Okay. We start rendering things. We render the background, and okay. So I'll keep this one here for a second, but yeah, it will be all okay. Render background. Okay, so I will say here credits. Okay, there you go. So let's run the game now again. If all goes well, we should be able to see, oh, this credits. I made a mistake somehow. So let's see. So check the buttons, else if. Okay. This is weird. What did I do here? I did something wrong. So let me put a breakpoint and just debug this. Sorry. Okay. Oh, there's a good chance that I messed things up. Okay, I did so. Right? Oh, no, I did not. I don't think so. Okay. So let's put a breakpoint here. Let's stop this one here. Okay, so let's debug. Okay, so here we are checking this button. Okay, next we are going to check this one. Okay, so there is nothing here. So we are still in the same screen. The value of this variable is 0. No problem there. Okay. No problem. And then let's go F9. Okay, it's working fine. This is weird. Anyway, seems like it's working fine to me. I'm doing something wrong, I'm sure. Oh no. I think I know what I did wrong. I went and removed things that were here, thinking that this is the credit function. I get confused. I'm very sorry about that. Anyway, so let us return things back to the way they were. Okay, there you go. So we have these guys. Okay, so let us run this again. Okay, so if I click this one, okay, that's fine. So I need to go to the credit screen, and I don't think these guys. That's fine. And we update the status, and we don't need to check this one here. Okay, we don't need to check this one. So I'll just remove it. Begin, blah blah blah. I will just say this is the credits. Okay, we render the buttons if there is any, and there is no need for start game or anything. We already finished everything here. Okay, so let us run this game again. Credits. Okay, these are the credits. That is wonderful. Okay, So now this is the important part. The way the credits should work is that we want them to scroll from down and go up, 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 right? So we need some kind of and a simple algorithm to make the text go up. Okay, in order to do that, let's say where's the part where, yeah, it's this one. Okay, so we will need a variable that will remember the string and then move it upwards, if that makes sense to you. Okay, and also we will need some kind of a buffer that would store the words or the lines of text that we want to scroll. Okay, so the way we're gonna do it is by using a simple array. So I would say public static string this needs to be an S capital credits STRs equals semicolon. Now I should be able to write the names here. First name or first line, okay, followed by second line, followed by third line, and so on. So basically I could, you know, rearrange this to be like this. Sorry. Okay, so it will be much easier for us to add credits. Okay, you could put it in another file, another class or something, but for now, for simplicity, we are just making this in here. And the thing we are gonna do next is this. We will need you know, a credit Y position. Okay, so we are gonna need to define a variable for that. So we'll use here a variable float credits Y, and this is gonna be equal to 0, if that makes sense to you guys. And all I have to do is go back to the where is it? It's to the credits function or credits screen. So now I should be able to draw the text. So instead of this one, I will make a loop here. So for int I equals 0, I smaller than credits strings dot length, and I smaller than I plus a plus. Okay, so we are looping on these. Now I would say font, game font dot draw the badge. There's gonna be badge here, followed by this the string. So there's gonna be credits strs of I, okay, followed by, I need to specify the x, and the x in this case I will say, you know, this is gonna be 100. Later on we'll see how to make it sit in the center. and the y. This is gonna be credit y, okay, plus I multiplied by 10, so that each line is below the previous one by 10 pixels, maybe make it by 15 pixels, and that should be it. Okay, draw the text. That's wonderful. The thing that we need to do next is change the credits y here. So all I have to do is to increase it, right? So there's going to be credit y equals credit y plus, let's say, 10 multiplied by time span. There you go. Okay, there you go. And this need to be float, right? This need, I think you find it as float. So let's have a look and see if the credits will work as expected. Okay, so it is moving up, that's fine, but you know, the distance is not 10 pixels, maybe a little bit more. So instead of 10, I will use maybe 30, something like that. And also, where's the part where, not the game screen now, where is that? Okay, so here, here's why, oh, set, make this 20, okay, maybe make it 25, or whatever. So let's see. Okay, so I'll click this one, and it is moving, you know, very well. So, but the way it's working, you know, the order is different, so maybe I should, you know, loop on them in a different way. So instead of this one, maybe I should make it like that. Instead of increasing, adding I, maybe I should do it the other way around. Yeah, so now this is the first line, the second line, the third line, and also this is going to be, instead of 25, I will make it 40. Okay, so that there is enough distance, you know, to distinguish the lines, doesn't get too close and becomes too annoying. Okay, so the first line, the second line, third line. Okay, and since we did that in the credit, we are gonna, you know, we might as well make some of the credits accurate for now. So there's gonna be credits, okay, and there's gonna be, I wonder how he implemented that, but anyway, so font by, okay, and not sure what was that. It should be in the download. Where is the, yeah, future policy. So this guy, okay, his name is Michael Moss, so let us add him here. Okay, Michael Moss. Okay, there you go. So font by Michael Moss, for example. Okay, followed by, we will add an empty line. Okay, come on, this is annoying. Okay, there you go. Next, we would say programmed by, Okay, this is my code name. That makes sense. Anyway, so let's say, let's say this is the credit. Maybe we should add more, but anyway, so let's assume that this is the credits, and that's it. And let's see. Okay, so the game starts, we click here. So here, the credits, font by Michael Moss, wonderful, programmed by. Okay, so very straightforward. You can see how we now managed to create something that is, kind of good looking, I suppose. Not good, but better than before. So basically, when you are making a game, it won't be very good the first time. You need to iterate on the game a lot, and you will get improvements little by little. Yeah, so one last thing I want to do, so let's go to the title screen, but the credits credit screen. Let us just improve the speed a little bit. Right, I wanted to move a little bit faster, so here's the place. This one, instead of 30, I'll make it 50. Okay, I want the text to move faster. Okay, so here, okay, much better. Okay, so now what I want to do is that I want some kind of a button that when I click, I want to go back, so that, or maybe if I click anywhere on the screen, I could go back to the title screen, if that makes sense to you. So here, let us see. Let's go back to the game input. Where is the game input? Input management. There you go. So what properties do we have? So we have move left, move right, fire, alt fire, and I will say, I will add this thing here, which is screen clicked variable, if that makes sense. Public boolean screen clicked equals false, and public boolean old screen clicked equals false. There you go, very straightforward. So where's the update part? Where is the update part? So we set the vars here, and actually before we do anything, we just say alt screen clicked equals screen clicked semicolon. And now let me see, so where is the class here? The way I'm checking, check touch button alt value, where's that? Okay, so where's the part where I loop over? Yeah, it's this one. So, and then we say screen clicked equals false, and if there is a touch screen, we say screen clicked equals true. So let me explain to you what's happening here. Here we are keeping the history of the clicking on the screen, and then we say let's assume that no one clicked on the screen for now. Now if there is a click on the screen, before we process the buttons, we will just mark this to true, and we continue our function normally. Okay, so not much of a big deal. So let's go back to our credit screen and see that when we click anywhere we could go back. So here let's see game, and now where is our friend? So we update the variables here, update user input, and we just say simply okay, let's update the y, credits y, and now we just say if user input dot screen clicked, at that point we say screen equals 0, and then we are gonna make sure that only 2 buttons will be visible, right? And these 2 buttons are, you know, which one? These 2, this and this. There you go. Where is that? Where is that? This is gonna be true, this is gonna be true. Okay, so button number 3, not button number 4. This is gonna be show, start, and show. There you go, the credits. So let's run this again. Very straightforward. Let's have a look. Okay, show me the credits, and we got these, and I click here to get back to the title screen. Show me the credits. Oops. And I click here, show me the credits. Yeah, I think if I keep pressing, yeah. The only issue here, wait a second, is that this one's keeping, you know, it's keep going up. So what we need to do is that every time we click on the button here, where is it, where is it? It needs to be resetted. So let's go to the title screen. Where is the title? This is the title, right? Title screen, exactly. So if we are on the credits screen, we just say credit y equals 0. There you go. So if this one, and we only want this button to activate when, you know, if it changes status. And let me see, and not, oh no, no, never mind. Sorry, another thing I need to check here. I just say and not user input dot old screen clicked. So we just want to check that it just got clicked, not being continuously clicked. Okay, so that we don't have this, you know, switching very fast problem. Let's have a look. And credits, okay, okay. That is wonderful. So it's working its way up, and I suppose the speed is good. Yeah, I think the speed is good. We could actually even increase it a little bit more if we want to, right? So maybe I'll make this 100, make it 150. So what, we are just testing things. Yeah, if you see some of the movies, the credits, they scroll too fast. You don't know what's going on. Yeah, this is much better. This is more like it. And gone. And actually I want to make sure that also when the credits Y is beyond the display, the game should go back again to the, you know, to the title. So also I will add another if statement. So if credits Y, this time this is gonna be greater than virtual height. Okay, what did I do here? Minus credits sorry, strs.length multiplied by 40 . Now if this one's greater than that, is it minus or plus? Wait a second. If this one, yeah, let's have a test, a quick test. If the credits scroll beyond the screen, we should, you know, go back to the title again. So let's have a look. So I click here. This should be very fast. Okay, so maybe I should do it the other way around instead of minus, plus. Yeah, sometimes I'm too lazy to think about things. Okay, click this one. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Go, 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 go. Okay, how wonderful is that? The text went and now we are back at the title screen. We can start the game. Yeah. So, sorry it took me a while to finish these, and also I didn't work on the, you know, game polishing. We still have to do a number of things, like for example, what happens when your spaceship dies and stuff like that. But that will be for the next video. For now, I have to stop the game because it has been, wow, 1 hour recording. Yeah. So that will be all for today. So thank you for watching, and see you next tutorial. Bye bye.